Let's go granular on Thinkific. Is it really the best online coaching platform? To answer that question, let me first give you an overview. Okay, what is Thinkific? So Thinkific is a course hosting platform that provides the basic of what you need to host, deliver, and sell your online courses. Simple as that. Okay, and it can also be used as a basic site builder for people just getting started. So if you are, let's say, you are a neophyte coach and you're trying to get your feet wet, so to speak, Thinkific could be a great platform to consider. Okay, and in the last 3 to 5 years, Thinkific has built great interest and is one of the most used online course platforms. They have about 50 to 75,000 active users, so they are relatively a biggie in this industry. Okay, and what are the pros and cons of Thinkific? Pros: they have a great constellation of features. I mean, they have slick features, very value-adding features. I'll speak about the value-added later on. And the platform is really sleek. We love the fact that they are constantly kicking ass on the design front. This is just fantastic. They have a great engaged community, which you need if you are a coach, whether you're a newbie or you're an experienced coach. You always want to have engagement. You always want to have you never want to have lethargy. And Thinkific doesn't have that. They have engaged community. So what about the cons? Well, Thinkific has to work on their pricing. So their pricing is a little confusing. Like you kind of feel like they're trying to razzle dazzle you, like they're trying to confuse the hell out of you. So they need to instill transparency in their pricing structure, in their pricing tiers. Okay, and their page builder is kind of basic when compared to Teachable, when compared to Nudge Coach, when compared to New Zealand, for example. Their page builder is really kind of basic. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable, and I'm just going to walk you through some of the things that we love about Thinkific and some of the things we believe they can improve on. Okay, so when you think about Thinkific, think about a great feature set for course creators, a great site builder for but limited funnel capabilities. You have a top of the range standalone platform for feature and pricing. You have outstanding learning tools and student experience. Okay, so you are able to create, manage, and market your learning environment with advanced features like custom web themes and domains, quizzes and assignments, community spaces and notifications. You have mobile app for courses and communities. You have drip scheduling. You have bundles, coupons, and cross-selling. You have live lessons and events. So fantastic. What about the features here? So when you think about Thinkific, I want you to think about a lot of things you can do. You can do a lot of stuff, okay? Thinkific, depending on your plan though, will allow for almost anything you might need as a course creator, including course hosting and design, assessment and certificates, checkout and affiliate program, upsells, basic page and site builder, and community tools, okay? Thinkific has a slightly more advanced set of features than most of its direct competitors like Teachable. Okay, it's still at its core a course hosting a course hosting platform, but also includes some features of an all-in-one platform. But Thinkific is not at the same level as a New Zealand. New Zealand is the ultimate, in our view, the ultimate all-in-one platform. Okay, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What am I talking about? I'm having a convo with you about Thinkific. I'm giving you a granular review, an in-depth review of Thinkific. So let's break down some of the core tools you will find on Thinkific. You have a page site builder. So although somewhat limited, the page builder has the basic page blocks and customization that should allow you to build a decent sales page. Okay, in other words, landing page. You will start by choosing a theme similar to what you might have on WordPress site. Okay, and then start building individual pages. The page builder itself is pretty straightforward and easy to use. You just choose from a range of pre-made blocks and add them to your layout. That's called, like, drag and drop. Okay, and these are somewhat malleable and they can feel a little blocky at times, not allowed to adjust to exactly the kind of design you're looking for. They do have a checkout and affiliate system that's kind of cool also. Okay, they have a course building capabilities on Thinkific. They have a community features. This is kind of cool. So the community builder is kind of fantastic because this will allow you to build a private community feed similar to a social media feed for your different memberships or private online course communities. And it also serves as an alternative option to a Facebook group. So if you don't like, for any reason, you don't want to be on Facebook, or you don't want to have a Facebook group to sort of engage your users, you can use Thinkific's community feature to actually to substitute that. Let's talk about the App Store. This is where Thinkific really shines in our view, because they understand that their platform needs integrations, need add-ons, need plugins to be able to function properly. So what they've done here is that they have created and are constantly maintaining a very active App Store. Okay, so this is a new section of your dashboard where you can manage different apps and also get inspiration for taking your courses to the next level. We think it's brilliant, and other players should do the same thing. Okay, and right now they don't do it, but Thinkific is doing it, so we should applaud them for that. Okay, here are some examples of apps you can connect and what they could help you with. Email marketing. So Thinkific does not offer an integrated email system, but makes it very easy to connect to the most popular tools out there. So MailerLite, MailChimp, Sendinblue, okay, Constant Contact. What about e-commerce? So if you want to sell physical products on top of your online programs, you could use the Shopify app to make this happen seamlessly. What about student experience? Now, these are apps that can improve the learning experience for your students, like creating a reward program or making things more interactive. So gamification is really important if you are trying to keep your students engaged. So Thinkific's App Store does have a set of tools and plugins and capabilities and integrations that will help you on the gamification, point of things. What about sales tools? Yes, with apps like a Pop10, you can add pop-ups to your Thinkific site and capture more leads. Okay, so overall, this is a great tool. Now, one thing I want to say here is that we always compare and contrast the Thinkific with other players, and all the things that Thinkific Thinkific is giving you access to via plugins, via apps. You have Newsendler. They are giving you all those things on the same platform. So no need for, I'm just giving you an example so that you can have an idea to know that there is another service out there that has an all-in-one solution. Okay, I'm not saying Thinkific is bad. I'm just saying that there is another solution out there that actually has I guess you were thinking about an alternative. You think about Newsendler. I want to talk to you quickly about the user experience. So is Thinkific very easy to use? Yes. In our view, the platform is very sleek and intuitive. It feels very easy to use. It has a wonderful user interface. Fantastic. Okay. It's very easy to use the backend, and the guided tutorials will show you around any parts of the settings easily. So Thinkific has done a great job on that front. Okay. The page builder is not a drag and drop per se, but it's an easy to use session builder. On the student side, things will look simple, and it's easy to follow along the course. This is kind of cool. So this helps in terms of engagement, really. Okay. And with a well-adjusted set of customization, such as theme design, you can influence the end user experience too. And you should really, by the way, because you want to create a bespoke experience for your students. Now I have the generic experience that Thinkific has built in. Okay. And so overall, in our view, Thinkific's user experience for both you and the end user, in other words, the students, is very satisfying and sleek. We love that. Boss, by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a convo about Thinkific. This is a Thinkific review, a very granular one at that. We were really going deep to really understand all the features here. And what we love also in terms of user experience is that Thinkific is trying to customize every touch point. So you can convert the curious into customers with an experience that reflects and showcases your unique brand. Okay, so we love that a lot in terms of user experience, because you have control over your pricing, revenue, learning product data. You have control over the look and feel of your content. So you are basically putting your expertise front and center across your website and mobile app in a very easy way. This is what it is. You are adding value in a very easy way. Okay, you are able to integrate with trusted tools in a very easy way. Nothing complicated. You don't need a third party app. No, Thinkific has an app store that makes it very easy, very simple to sync with the learning and marketing tools you already know and trust, so that you can create an even more powerful business. Okay. The bottom line here is what? The bottom line is Thinkific wants you to very simply, very easily automate emails, create custom coupons, convert leads, create promotional bundles, leverage customer success, and more. Okay. And you can also learn from detailed analytics to see what works and what doesn't. Let's talk about the pricing here. Now, the pricing is where I was just telling you Thinkific needs to work on, because in terms of transparency, they have a minor problem here. Okay, Thinkific's free and basic plans are very affordable, but if you want all the features, you will need the Pro plan, which is a bit more expensive. Okay, Thinkific is one of the only online course platforms that offers a free plan with no transaction fees, which is why we believe that it's a great platform for if you want to be on a budget, if you are on a budget. Okay. On the other hand, the gap for the first paid plan is very steep. Let me explain. So Thinkific, in our view, is competitively priced, but with the basic package at $39 a month, you are limited on the payment plan pricing, right? So if you want let's say you want all the features. Now, $39 is just a starting point. Maybe it will be like $45 or $50 by the time you actually watch this show. Okay. But the bottom line here is that pricing is actually the starting point. If you want all the features that Thinkific has to offer, you'll need the Pro plan, which starts at around $79 to $95 a month. Okay, which makes the investment a lot more than something like Teachable, if you were to think of it that way. So that said, Thinkific is not quite an all-in-one platform like Kajabi or New Zenler, but still more than almost two basic online course hosting platforms like Teachable. So Thinkific is closer to Teachable than Kajabi. Okay, so I want you to really have that in mind, because as you are thinking about making a decision, you have to think about your needs as a coach. Okay, and where you are yourself on your coaching journey. Are you a newbie? Are you a neophyte who's trying to really, sharpen his or her skills in this very competitive market? Or are you an experienced warrior, coaching warrior, who understands the ins and outs of the industry and is pretty comfortable with the subtleties that the industry has to offer and is willing to work with Thinkific? So this is something you need to think about, and you need to also know what you need versus what Thinkific has to offer. Okay, so bottom line here is that the decision will be yours, but in terms of user friendliness, in terms of pricing, is competitively well priced. Let's talk about the support and community for Thinkific. Okay, so Thinkific support is just what you need. Okay, they're very helpful, quick and easy to reach. Okay, and you can also find an extensive tutorial knowledge bank to answer questions you may have, plus in-platform videos to guide you. On top of that, you can also join the Thinkific Facebook group and get answers from a very large community of more than 32 to 35,000 fellow users. And I bet you they are very engaged. They are very helpful. They will work with you. They love Thinkific. They love what they're doing. They love the coaching industry. And this is just fantastic to have such an active user base. We love that a lot. Okay. So this community is well moderated with Thinkific team members and experts helping everybody out. So you are bound to get a helpful answer. Okay. Thinkific's thriving Facebook group is proof that they really care about their customers, and they will meet you where you already are, since most people already have Facebook. So to answer your question, okay, so at least you know you won't be alone in your online course journey if you choose Thinkific to host your course. This is an important element, very, very important element, because the bottom line is not just about the money. Okay, like if you compare Thinkific to New Zenler, Thinkific doesn't have the all-in-one features that New Zenler has, but the Thinkific has the army of users. Okay, So this is kind of cool. So they have actually a constellation of options. For example, they have first-time creator support. This is really cool. So you can really take advantage of their free Thinkific Academy courses for first-time creators to help get you started. And they have best-in-class support, so you can access customer support online or by phone. Fantastic. Or you can leverage their deep knowledge base of articles for easy access to everything you could ever want to know. They also have, you can join the creator community. So you also get exclusive access to their creator community. So you can network and learn from other course creators like you. So bottom line is that you basically have access to a fantastic community. Think of it as a family. And if you are the kind of coach who likes to hang out with like-minded individuals, you will love Thinkific. Especially because you have Thinkific's own staff who are there to sort of moderate everything and to provide the right answers. Okay, this is really good. So what is our verdict here? So in our view, Thinkific is a great choice. Okay, it's a great online course platforms for some of the basics of what you need. Okay, the pricing structure is different from most of its competitors, but Thinkific has everything you're looking for. Okay, if you're looking for ease of use, if you're looking for simplicity, they have it. And you can use Thinkific for free, not a problem at all. Okay, and so they really are among the rare online course platforms to offer a free plan in our view. And it's also really important to understand that you are able to actually host and sell your online courses and memberships with basic tools like a page builder, checkout, and course design. And this is really good. And you can use Thinkific as your website. Okay, they have a basic site and page builder. And now, one thing I want to say here is that you got to ask yourself: are you looking for anything fancy? If you are expecting anything fancy, don't go to Thinkific. No, they don't have it. They are giving you something basic that will help you get the job done, get the clients, and also have an online presence. That's it, but nothing really fancy. Okay, but overall, it's just fantastic in terms of features, in terms of user experience, affordability, community, and support rating. Yes, they're really out there. They really will help you out. Okay, so if you are a coach right now, you love this sort of family orientation, you love the family spirit, you love the group spirit, you love to hang out with other fellow coaches or other fellow online course creators, then you will love Thinkific. Yeah, you definitely love them because they do have the capability, they do have the family spirit, they have people who are engaged. Okay, and the cool thing here, that what we have found during our research is that it's a very international sort of user base. Also, it's not just the States. So it doesn't matter if you are in the UK, you are in Australia, you are in Germany, you are in Nigeria, you are in South Africa, you are in Brazil, you are in Peru, you are in Guatemala. You will find people who are like-minded, which is what really matters. It's not about the nationality, because on some other platforms you do have some kind of it's more like patriotic, so to speak. You'll find like 90% of Americans. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that if you are interested in having a large international base of coaches, Thinkific is the place to be, because on that platform you're going to find not just Americans, but you will be finding other nationalities too. So in our view, this is kind of cool for networking also. Okay, and yeah, and Thinkific in that regard is kind of similar to coaching.com, in the sense that if you go to coaching.com, if you go to their marketplace, you find coaches from all over the world. So this is really cool. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was quickly talking to you about Thinkific. I was doing an in-depth review of this resource, and so I gave you the overview, the features. I spoke about the app store, the user experience, the pricing, the support, the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.